What's up, my pineapples? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a Woop or Womp for you. I know you guys are probably like, bringing it back. I've been seeing random comments in all my different videos saying, where's the Woop or Womps? Can you bring back Woop or Womps? What's going on? Can we have Woop or Womp Wednesdays back? And I've been seeing your comments spread throughout. So I really appreciate it whenever you guys comment to me because I really read them all. It's too hard to respond to everybody. I mean, I think you guys can totally get it and understand it, but I definitely love your feedback. So keep commenting, keep telling me what you want to see, and I definitely will write that down. So I have been reading your comments saying you guys want my Woop or Womp back. So today we're going to figure out if the June&Co microfiber velvet sponge is a Woop or Womp. Yes, we're bringing back the all over again. We'll definitely keep doing these videos and continue. If you guys want me to do them, can you guys let me know? Because I mean, I saw those comments going around. Thumbs up this video and let me know down below. That would really help me out. So before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe because it is free $99. Also click that bell so you get notified or else you won't see my face on the tube. And I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I'm like, yeah. June&Co sent me this sponge and I started seeing like reviews going around. I think Tati, I believe, reviewed this, but I never watched her video. I didn't want to watch anybody's because I kept saying, you know what, I think I'm going to review that because it seems like this is one of those products that might be good or maybe not be good. I wasn't sure. Then they sent me a second set and I totally forgot that I had this sponge. And I'm like, all right, it's time to review it. I've been seeing this like go around Instagram and you can just tell they're like rave like reviews on the captions and stuff. So I didn't want to watch anything because I don't like to put ideas in my head like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I want a clean slate. I want to say what I want to say and think what I want to think. It's a $6 sponge, super affordable. I looked it up and you can basically only get it on their site. So you can't get it in Ulta, Sephora, you know, other sites like that, only their site. So I can see that kind of being a little bit of a downfall, but I believe when I went on their site, you can get free shipping, I believe, or 15% off, one of those. Usually lots of sites, when you're like a first-time customer, they either offer free shipping or 10 or 15% off. So I know this site did, so just go ahead and check it. I'll link it down below. So the big claim is that this is supposed to be the miracle sponge that doesn't soak up your makeup. You won't waste your makeup. It doesn't absorb. It stays right on top because it has a dual layer on this sponge. So the outside is microfiber and the second inside is basically like the regular antimicrobial sponge material on the inside. So that's why it's different. So since there is microfiber on the outside, it's not gonna like soak it all the way in. So I'm really curious to see how this baby works. If you're looking for a more natural airbrush foundation finish with velvet soft microfiber bristles, which I already told you, a slanted edge for controlled stippling, and Juno microfiber velvet sponge provides buildable coverage fast. So that's another thing. Since the makeup isn't getting soaked in, you're supposedly going to get a really good coverage. Ooh, I really like the feel of it off the bat. It does seem pretty tough. So I think this isn't one of those products that you just want to use dry when you use your creams. One advantage that, okay, one thing is I want to say, because I know people are going to ask, my favorite sponge is the Sigma 3D HD blender. It is just my go-to. It is my number one. It did revamp it and they made it more durable. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know how much more durable it could be. And it really helped. It didn't bring more toughness to the product though, which is really good. My other favorite that I always recommend to people from the drugstore, I just had it, is the L'Oreal sponge. To me, this is the most equivalent when wet to the Beauty Blender. I love the tip. I think the sponge is great. It's only $5.99, I believe. Really nice and affordable and accessible. So I will say that's another good sponge. I am done with Beauty Blender. I'm just done with them. I have purchased way too many where they constantly rip. Even when I'm super careful with them, they rip when I wash them. I don't know if you guys have had issues with them, but I definitely have, and I'm just done. I think $20 for that sponge that doesn't even last is ridiculous. I could tell from this product right here, I wouldn't really enjoy it dry. I don't know, I just don't feel like it has good enough bounce, so I'm gonna go ahead and wet this, and it says that it expands up to 1.5 times its size, so let's go do that. This is what it looks like. It is definitely 1.5 times larger, I can definitely tell. Right when I'm touching it, it feels super durable, And you can feel the outer layer that it's much different than a sponge just because there's so many pores all around. So you can feel the air go through, but this you can feel like the layer on top. It does feel nice and soft, and it feels just better to the touch now that it's wet. I really don't think I would enjoy this, like, I don't know, dry. But the main thing obviously is that it won't soak up your product. I'm going to be using the Born This Way foundation, and I'm going to place it right on top of the sponge. Now let's see if it's going to soak up my makeup. All right, well, it's just sitting there. It's looking good. This is a thicker foundation, so let's go ahead and apply this. I'm gonna apply this to one side of my face. Oh, that's pretty cool. See that it is staying on the top layer. This might be hard to show you guys, but I can see the blue on the inside of the sponge. So do you guys see that? How the foundation's on top, but you can still see on the inside in certain areas. And I really like the texture of it because I feel like it's really pushing the product into the skin and giving me that initial coverage that I want, because I do have hyperpigmentation on this side. And usually I have to go over it again and put more foundation and blend it out, just because usually sponges do end up soaking some product up and they can tend to take away some coverage. I mean, not all if a product is full coverage. But sometimes I do have to go over and look at that. It is basically gone, and usually I would see it peeking through a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty impressive right off the bat, and I love the way how it's putting the foundation on. Oh my gosh, I really didn't think I was gonna be that impressed because, you know, when all these gimmicky things kind of come out and you're like, oh, okay, which is sort of the reason that I will say that I didn't review the sponge right away. Even my friend requested for me to review it, and I'm like, I'm not even kidding, so I'm so sorry. Look how it's laying the foundation on really nicely. Probably the nicest I've ever seen this foundation lay on. And I haven't done anything new. I don't have a new primer. Yeah, it's just like the same old me. Like, I didn't get a facial or anything like that. And that's what I feel like my skin is looking like. Like, it's laying it on so smooth and really packing that on where I don't even need to put extra product. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm not gonna jump the gun, but I'm already pretty freaking impressed where I would say this would be okay to jump onto that site and order it, because I totally know the inconvenience, because there's certain things I'll see online. I'm like, damn, I really want that, but I just don't want to order that one thing from that one brand on their only site. I love ordering from like Ulta or Sephora because I'm sure I can get like other things that I wanted to order, but this may be worth it. You could see the blue coming through the sponge, like it's not soaking in. Like, you see that? How you can see the blue? And it feels really durable, like the most durable sponge I've ever used. Like, I don't think I could tear through this because of the material. I mean, I don't want to rip this sponge because it's so good, but I kind of want to try to like rip it. And I don't think you can do that. Okay, I'm just doing it because this is what I'm supposed to do, review it. And I can't rip through it. I'm sure some of you are like, no. And I can't rip through it. Okay, it made like the tiniest little holes with my nails, but like nothing. And I was really digging in there. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm really going to put it to the test, because if this doesn't soak up makeup, like creams, liquids, whatever, I'm going to try my most liquid foundation that had like the most liquidy of the liquidiest. NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and this is full on like liquid. Let's see what it does to the foundation. Let's see if it's gonna sink underneath. Is it just gonna stay on top? It is. It's just spreading across. I'm just gonna go in on the other side with my Too Faced. It's making the foundation, because this foundation is full coverage, but I don't find it to be like super full coverage off the bat. And this is like full blown full coverage because of that single layer. I can totally see how it's not soaking it up, and you don't have to use as much makeup, and you won't waste as much product. So now I just went ahead and put some concealer on the Tarte Shape Tape, and I want to see how this feels blending underneath my eyes. I mean, the Tarte Shape Tape is already pigmented, but I can just tell that this is bringing stuff to another level. It's a little hard to get right into that corner. That's like the only gripe I can see. Let's try to work right into there. Okay, well, I can work into there, but then I just got it on my nose. So I can see that kind of being a little difficult because I'm trying to fit right in that corner. It's still an amazing product. So I think my only gripe would be it doesn't keep a really fine tip. I'm just extremely happy with the foundation application because I work with brushes and sponges all the time. So I know what certain foundations look like with certain tools that I use to apply them with. And this has to be like my favorite. It is laying this foundation on beautifully. I use it with a sponge and I also use it with a brush. But this looks really nice. I hope you guys can just see how it just really airbrushed the foundation on. I'm in shock. So I went ahead and just set the foundation with my Collab Kill the Shine powder and then just use it It Cosmetics brush. People have been asking me about this It Cosmetics. All right, guys, well, this is definitely a freaking Womp. No. This thing is definitely a Woop in my books. I am like so excited about this sponge. The product like spread out throughout the sponge. I usually have the product really concentrated. And one thing I don't like is when I clean sponges, the reason why I end up like gouging them or ripping them is because I'm really trying to get that foundation from the inside portion. You know when you guys get those like little blotches of foundation in certain sponges and you're trying to squeeze it out so you can just clean that whole section out? That's why this product is spread all around, because it's not getting sucked in. It's just spreading out. Because I'm like, damn, this looks like really dirty, but now I totally get it. All right, guys, well, that is it. This is definitely a Woop in my books. Let me know if you guys have tried this out, because I know this has been going out like on YouTube and on Instagram and everywhere. And I'm sure lots of you have maybe picked it up. Let me know your experience, how you like it. If you plan on picking it up now, how do you guys feel about it? I'm excited about this. I mean, plus it's only $6. I could totally see like a brand saying, oh, this is a new innovative sponge, 15, boom. Like I could totally see a new brand kind of doing that just because it is a dual layer, but they kept it at $6, which I think is really dope of them to do that. So hopefully they don't like spike up the price just because they see like the popularity of it, because that would super, super suck. So alright guys, so that is it for today's video. Thumbs this video up if you enjoyed it. Also give your girl a thumbs up if you like the Woop or Womps. It'd really help my channel out. Leave some feedback down below and I will see you beautiful pineapples in the next one. Mwah.
Here we go, it's all about you, it's all about me, it's all about what we do. Making art, you and me, trying to find something to believe.